Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chiles, www.superhotchiles.com. And this is our video series called Peppers 101, where we're going to take you through a journey of learning about different kinds of peppers. And hopefully this will encourage you to try different peppers in the garden and in the kitchen. And hopefully it'll further encourage you, if you're passionate about chilies and you love growing chilies and you love chilies, to share this information with your friends, your family, your coworkers, your children, your grandchildren. If you're passionate about chilies and you know a lot about chilies and you want to know more about chilies, you can leave a legacy behind by telling those younger than you about chilies, teaching them, talking to them about them, cooking foods with them. So here we go. This is I almost said Pockmark Orange, because it's similar to Pockmark Orange. It's not. It's Hallows Eve. I'm sorry. Hallows Eve, which, if you go back into genetics, a lot of these, Bucholokia, Pimenta de Night is a purple pepper from Brazil. Bucholokia, of course, is a super hot variety from India and Bangladesh, in that region. People, since the Italian growers and Australian growers years and years ago, we're talking back as far as maybe 2006, 2007, decided to cross these two varieties and make super hot peppers that would get purple in them or stay purple. And most of them are very, very unstable, so you'll get many variations in shape and size of the pod, and they might not even duplicate. But some have been around a while. So this is a Boot 90 cross. We tried to trace it down to who did this one, and all we got is somebody in Spain. That's all we got. We got nothing else. So it's called Hallows Eve because it ripens into this deep orange color, which is not a dark orange. It's kind of it's a good consistent orange, but it's more of a lighter orange, tangerine orange. So it starts off purple and black, like up here. Gets that dark purple black like most Boot 90 crosses do, okay? Let me get up here. I'm sitting on the ground. And as you can see, some of the early pods start off with that dark purple color, almost black. And a lot of people are trying to get that color to stay throughout the whole pepper. In other words, when it's fully ripe, it's that color, and most have failed. Usually all these Boot 90 crosses go into a peach or a red or an orange or a pink. They usually don't stay dark purple to the end. And if you harvest them when they're still green or still purple, the flavor is not going to be pleasant. It's just not going to taste good. If you wait till they're completely orange, the flavor is going to have some more fruity tones. Now, the heat level is going to be close to a ghost pepper, Bucholokia. So could it get up to 1 million? Yeah, but most likely not. Because most ghost peppers average far below that, probably about 800,000. And that information is coming from people I know that do manufacturing, and they test the tons and tons of powders and peppers they bring in from India for making their food products. So that's where I got that information. So now one thing about these Boot 90 crosses, this Hallows Eve, and I've grown a number of them. I do grow the Pockmark Orange and the Pockmark Peach. And they're from a grower from Australia originally. Grant Hustler, I think, is the first one who crossed them. And then he passed them along to a few other people, and then they gave them names. Like probably somebody made this, and then somebody just named it Hallows Eve, claimed it as their own. That's what happens in the pepper world. But one of the characteristics of the Pimenta de Night, which is a kind of like a bullet-shaped pepper, kind of, and they're really not that great a flavor. In fact, they're out of my catalog now because they're not productive. They were around for a while, but I don't sell Pimenta de Night no more. If you want Pimenta de Night, you're going to have to find them on another website. I just didn't care for the flavor and the productivity, so I removed it. But one characteristic of Pimenta donatii plants is they grow real tall. You can see these plants here. They're pushing up into the net. I've had Pimenta donatii plants get over 6 foot. So that genetic trait, that characteristic has passed along to these Boot-Nighty crossbreeds. And so you're going to get big, tall plants, okay? Productivity is going to be average. You're not going to see a ton of peppers, although I do have a variety called Purple Peach that ripens peach from Jess Christensen, which is another Boot-Nighty genetics cross. And it's super productive, but the peppers are smaller. So you can see here, like you've got a pepper there on that branch there. And then the rest of the branch, almost all the way down to the main stem, there's only like 1 or 2 more other peppers. So you're not going to get super productivity. But you are going to get a flavorful, beautiful looking pepper. That's what you're going to get. And you can pick them when there's a little bit of purple on them here, if you wish. Or you can wait till they go full orange, which these have been, I haven't gotten to these plants in a while. I've ignored them because I've got almost 600 other plants. So I haven't picked these. So I imagine if they stay on the plant like super forever, they're going to be straight orange. And like the Purple Peach cross, if you leave it on the plant, all the purple will disappear and it'll be fully peach. So this is Hallows Eve, and I got my seeds. My source of seeds that I got was from my friend Sabine in Germany, and she has a seed company called Bienes, Bienes Seeds, and she has a lot of crazy crosses and varieties. I've gotten good quality seeds from her, and I've traded with her, and she's gotten some good stuff from me, and she's bought from me before too. And she's out of Germany. So if you're in the European Union, to avoid all the customs nonsense and all that kind of blah, blah, blah stuff, if you live in that area, it's probably better you buy Hallows Eve seeds from Sabine instead of me. If you're in the United States or Canada, then go ahead, place your order. But they won't be up on the website until October of 2023, okay? And right now, as I'm filming this, it's August 2023. So, just letting you know. If you want to get the seeds now, you'd have to order from Sabine. If you want to get from me and you're in America or Canada, you can, and you don't want to deal with customs, and you're in the United States or Canada, you can order from me. Sometime in October, we'll have the seeds ready on the website, okay? So this is the Hallows Eve. Very similar to the Pockmark Orange, but I'm liking the look of this better. They look more consistent in shape and size. You know, and that's a thing I like to look for, is consistency, not stability. None of these things are stable. They could go kooky any given year. That's what you get when you get super hot crosses. So this is the Hallows Eve, and the reason why I'm growing this, I don't chase after a lot of crosses, because they go kooky all the time. And then my customers go, wait a minute, this didn't grow out like this. And I'm like, it's a cross. What do you expect? But the reason why I'm growing Hallows Eve this year is because I had a number of customers ask if I had it. So I take care of my customers, so I'm growing Hallows Eve. All right. Y'all take care now. This is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies, and this is Peppers 101. Please like and share the video. Bye-bye.